What's up, guys? You are watching Fight Feed. Today's video is going to be breaking down the biggest underdog winners of 2025 in the UFC thus far. As of right now, it is August 26th. And so this list is going to be inclusive of the biggest underdogs that have won their fights as the biggest underdogs in the UFC from January 2025 all the way up to now, which is August 26, 2025. So I decided to break this down for you guys because it seems like there's quite a few of you who might be some D-gens that are subscribed here. And I just wanted you to know you are very welcome here. As a former D-gen myself, I welcome you with open arms. And I want to use this video so that we can go through and document all of those huge underdog hits that have happened this year. Now, what I'm going to say, guys, this video is not going to be inclusive of the full list. As we get to the end of 2025, I'm going to do a comprehensive list, including all underdogs who cashed for a plus 140 or more. Now, this video, though, is going to only include some of the biggest underdogs thus far. So where I cap that at is any underdog that was a plus 300 or higher. In this case, all of these folks are, or at least the lowest on this list is plus 310 to the top, which is 700. So what we're going to do is go through each of the fighters that have cashed in on these different underdog bets or underdogs, I guess you can say. Guys, as I go through this video, please comment below if you picked any of these underdogs to win in their fights. I'd love to know which underdog you picked and your reasoning. And so that way I can keep track of any of you who were able to hit that huge underdog pick, because all of these are going to be, like I said, plus 300 or above. Our first set of underdogs are all underdogs who cashed in for plus 310 on their fights. And here is that list for you guys. We've got Ramiz Brahimaj, Davy Grant, the Green Goblin, Alexander the Great Ape Hernandez, and no one other than the man who hurt or tried to kill or hurt Anthony Smith's family, Johnny Walker himself, all cashing in at plus 310. Ramiz Brahimaj cashed in at a plus 310 in his big win over Billy Ray Golf. Davy Grant, my boy, the Green Goblin, Willem Dafoe, cashed in at a plus 310 over Damon Blackshear. Now, guys, something that is great about Davy Grant and Ramiz Brahimaj on this list is that not only do the two of them share the plus 310 underdog win, but they also share as huge underdog fighters that your boy Fight Feed picked to win in those fights. So those are two huge underdogs I picked to win, and they were both able to get it done when I picked them. So that is always fun when you get a huge underdog like that. Now, the remaining guys, we've got Alexander the Great Ape Hernandez, who just cashed in at a plus 310 in his matchup against Chase Hooper. Obviously, in that fight, I did not choose Hernandez. I don't think anyone other than MMA Guru picked Hernandez. So that's a great pick by Guru, but he cashed in it nonetheless. And then finally, Johnny Walker and his recent win over Ming Yang Zhang. I don't know which one you say first, but Johnny Walker cashed in at a plus 310 on that fight, where I don't know anyone who picked Walker to win, but he was able to get it done. And it was a very good win for Mr. Walker. The next on our list is the plus 330 club, which right now, and also, guys, not just right now, but for the rest of these categories or underdogs, it's just one underdog per page. So in the plus 330 category, we have Bacau Fernandez, who beat Guram Kutateladze back in London as the first fight of the card. If you guys remember, nobody I knew picked Kawe, I don't think, and he ended up smoking Guram Kutateladze. Really good win for Kawe Fernandez. Our next underdog on the card is Seokian Ko, who cashed in at a plus 370 in a huge upset win over Oban Elliott. I don't know anyone that picked Ko to win that fight, but he did, and it was a really good win. it almost seemed that Oban Elliott had no answers for anything that Ko was doing to him. And definitely a letdown on the side of Oban Elliott, but a big, big win for Seokyeon Ko. The next category is the plus 400, and our plus 400 category comes with a huge, massive, astronomical, unbelievable win from no one other than Muslim Salikov, one of Lucas Tracy's former training partners. What a great win that this guy got over Carlos Leal not too long ago. A big knockout win. No one expected this dude to do that, but he did it. The only person to pick him was Bedtime MMA. Somehow he knew that there was something in the air that night, and Muslim Salikov reigned supreme against Carlos Leal as a plus 400 underdog. The next on our list is the plus 470, which came by way of Muin Gafarov, and this is actually to start off our pay-per-view for 2025, because this happened on January 18, 2025. That was the Islam Makhachev card, and Muin Gafarov went out there and got a statement win over Rinya Nakamura, cashing in at a plus 470 underdog. That card actually had a couple others, like Clayton Carpenter, who I actually think beat, what's his name, Khabib's pupil that Tim Elliott beat, Ulanbekov. He was also a pretty big underdog, not that high of an underdog, but still pretty high. And the next on our list here is the plus 550, which came by way of Mr. Alonzo Menifield getting a huge win over Umar Sy back in Atlanta on June 14th, I think it was. Huge win for him, cashed in at that plus 550. So he's actually, and Menifield's cashed in as the underdog previously, I believe, but this was a massive win. Umar Sy just didn't seem to really come out to fight that night for whatever reason. I don't know if he got hurt early on, but Menifield went out there and showed him who's the boss, getting a plus 550 win over a heavy, heavy favorite in Umar Sy. And our next underdog winner comes by way of a plus 600 in Carlos Vera, who got a head kick over a huge prospect that like everyone and their brother was like, this dude is going to smoke Carlos Vera. Carlos Vera goes out there, not only head kicks, bro, but then chokes him out. And it was a win over Josias Musasa. So a huge, huge win from Carlos Vera as a plus 600 underdog. And the best for last on this video, guys, is the biggest underdog of 2025 to cash in thus far at plus 700. And this came by way of Raoni Barcelos when he dispatched of Peyton Talbot on January 18th, 2025. This same card that Muin Gafarov also hit on. Huge, huge win for Raoni Barcelos. Made everyone think twice about picking Peyton Talbot when it came time for him to fight in his last fight against Lima. Only maybe a handful, maybe 2 or 3 people picked Talbot to win, and they were absolutely right. But Barcelos is the reason why, guys. We all felt like he did the fraud check of 2025 with that win. Plus 700 underdog suggests Peyton Talbot was a massive favorite, and he went out there and he cashed in as that UD. So really good win from Barcelos. And guys, these were really good wins overall from all of these underdogs. Just knowing that the odds were stacked against them. Of course, you can see we only are showing in this video the plus 310 through 700. Now, like I said, I'm going to go through the comprehensive list of all of the underdogs, probably closer to the at the end of 2025. But in between now and then, I might post some other content here, just highlighting these underdogs so you guys can see who's been able to cash in. And I wanted to do this for myself too, because I feel like it's very easy for us to forget about who was cashing in at what rate in different fights. And so I want to try to keep an ongoing playlist and running record of those who are cashing in as big underdogs. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure you give this video a like, comment below any of your thoughts, concerns, and please subscribe to Fite if you haven't already, so you can stay on top of all the new MMA content that I'll be posting. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.